Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody from Ho Chi Minh City.
Today we're going on another motorcycle adventure around Ho Chi Minh City, something we've wanted to do since last time we were here. But we're also celebrating being on the road for 4 months.
When you want to get on a motorbike, you can move your body like this. You put the back on the motorbike, you balance on the motorbike. Okay. Yeah.
We're about to take off. So this first stop on our tour is a monument to the monk who burned himself, which actually happened right here in this intersection. And we've heard the story, he wanted to protest the Vietnam War, but that barely scratches the surface of everything else going around and everything that happened before and after that. This event of the monk burning himself alive led to a lot more events like religious freedom for the Buddhists, which they didn't have, and a lot of changes. The president of southern Vietnam got assassinated 2 months after. And a lot more events happened in Vietnam after this event. This sparked off a lot of big changes for the country. After he burned himself alive, he was cremated, and the only thing left was his heart, and it was hard as stone. And now they keep that in District 10, but the rest of his ashes are kept here in a little temple in a pagoda just across the street. It's incredible how little detail we get from around the world. Yeah, we get the headline, he wanted to protest, but the amount of detail that we're learning actually being here and getting the local story and getting to learn about everything else that happened is incredible. Our second stop is at a coffee shop. Well, now it's a coffee shop, but underneath it has a hidden bunker where a bunch of women were stashed when they're preparing to invade the Independence Palace. But first, we're gonna have some coffee.
The coffee, we condense milk and ice, 3 in 1. Yeah, and in Vietnam, you can see with the Vietnamese style, we just put the coffee on the filter. We put the coffee powder on the filter and we put the hot water inside. And you need to weigh the coffee. They drip in the cup. And it can accumulate about 1% of coffee. You can try the hot one.
Yeah,
hot.
Strong.
Yeah. And pour inside the ice. Yeah. And you mix it again. Pour the coffee and the ice melting on the coffee. It's cold and easy to swallow.
Now we're trying some Vietnamese coffee with condensed milk and ice.
Really good. It's really strong coffee, for sure. But
Yeah, for sure.
so it's using Arabica Robusta coffee bean. So it's a really strong coffee. They add the condensed milk for sweetness and to tone it down a little bit. And the ice cools it down nicely.
Yeah. And the taste looks like chocolate.
Chocolate.
We also learned how to cheers in Vietnamese, so it's Một, Hai, Ba, Dốt.
Yeah, right.
So now we can hang out with the Vietnamese uncles.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the bunker looks like.
Yeah, and the way to go down in downstairs in the bunker. When it close, the entrance. You cannot realize because they use something you stick around here. They look like the color in the floor.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ooh, much fresher. And next up is the flower market, which we've been there before, but it was really cool. We went for Women's Day, and they had a ton of flowers set up. So we're gonna go see what it looks like on a normal day. So before we head to the flower market, we're gonna get some coconut water first, but we're back in the oldest apartment neighborhood. And we had some really good soup around that corner. Yo.
Haven't had a coconut in a long time. So refreshing. These coconuts are also packed with water. Like typically the coconuts we drink are just like a couple sips and like it's empty, but these ones are really good. And also because it's not the rainy season yet, the coconut is sweet, but when it's monsoon season, it's sour. So I don't think there's a better time than now to enjoy a coconut.
The nickname for this market is the I'm Sorry Market, because you can come and get lots of flowers for pretty cheap.
Different. So, and you know, the one waterfall, yeah, very cheap. Yeah, just about the 100,000 to the 200,000. Very, very cheap.
We just learned that sunflowers are very popular here because they're given as gifts to people that have finished their college studies. And it's Yami's 1-year anniversary of graduating.
Oh, you're right. Moses is buying me sunflowers since it's literally been a year since I graduated, so got my well-deserved flowers.
Did you ever imagine that a year after graduating you'd be walking the streets of Vietnam?
No! And these flowers are so beautiful. Look at that. They're blooming.
So these big circle arrangements with the white and purple flowers are all funeral arrangements. And then they also have these money flower arrangements. We are now in District 5, which also has part of Chinatown, the Ho Chi Minh Chinatown. But our stop here is at one of the oldest temples.
About 10,000 of the Buddha statue they hung in the wall. Wow. Yeah, and
the smell of this incense is filling the bottom floor of this pagoda, and it smells really nice. Now we are headed up to the 4th floor of this pagoda, which is where they have 10,000 statues of the Buddha, which is why this is called the 10,000 Pagoda. So up here on the 4th floor, you can see all the way around the walls, almost from floor all the way to ceiling. There are 10,000 Buddha statues in the walls, all the way around.
But some people here, when they sleep near here,
So each one of these Buddhas has a different name, and they're also numbered, and this is the number 1.
A total 10,000.
On this floor of the pagoda, they have ashes of many people, and they're below the top floor, where every day the monks read the Buddhist Bible, and that's so that all these people here can hear the Buddhist Bible every day. So we're going to use this fortune machine. Yami's gonna wish for something, and it's gonna give her a piece of paper.
Now you put here to take the letter inside. Yeah. There's one lay the advice for you in English. You can read.
Alright, so it says carry out an undertaking from begin to end and you'll be blessed.
Aw, that's cute. You can also hear the 4:30 drum and bell. So that concludes our sightseeing tour, and they brought us to some really cool places. I don't think we would have found any of these on our own, and especially this one because it's kind of hidden down an alley, so going down the main road you would just zip right past it.
This is a great opportunity to learn more about Vietnamese culture than we would have on our own, and we also really like being on the back of a bike in the streets of Saigon, so that's also a plus.
And now we're just gonna head back to our hotel and enjoy the streets. Such a fun tour, and as soon as we pulled up it started dripping, so made it back just on time. One last thing we're gonna do today is go get some food from our vegetarian buffet that we liked so much last time, but that involves crossing rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
Yami's favorite.
In the rain.
In the rain.
It's honestly, like, if you were to ask me what's scarier, being on a bike in Saigon or crossing the streets, I'm gonna tell you crossing the streets.
Even though it's green for us, nobody stops, so we just kind of have to start moving and let the bikes move around us.
Oh my god!
And this light also lasts like 10 seconds. But we made it. We'll only have to do it one more time today.
I know. We'll cross big streets for food.
We are back at the vegetarian buffet that we really liked. Our only complaint was that the food was cold, so we're gonna take it to go so we can heat it up at home. So they start you off with a big serving of rice, and then you get to pick from all these different toppings. Bok choy, because Vietnamese bok choy is delicious.
That one is actually really good.
Yeah, I really like those mushrooms.
What is something potato looking things, although it's not potato. That's a big serving too. What is this? Oh, okay.
Those look like veggie chicharrones or something. I'm gonna load up on 2 types of mushrooms. Yeah, the 2. Those mushrooms. Both of the mushrooms are really good. The tofu, yeah. And then I'll also try this. And I'm trying those two. Perfect. And another new thing.
Normally I'm not a fan of tofu and like certain veggies, but here in Vietnam I am because they add some really nice seasonings to it. So it's also good to get my vegetables in while also having a savory meal.
They also bagged up some soup for us and gave us dessert bananas.
I think the craziest part is that this is all $3.50, so $80,000.
Now we're gonna pick up some egg tarts while we're here, right across the street. Only have to do this one more time, and hopefully these scooters will help walk for us. Yeah. So all these are stopped. Now we're just here in the middle, waiting on this side to clear. Go. There we go. And now we just gotta deal with people turning. Now that'll get your heart pumping.
We got dinner and dessert taken care of.
Yay! Here is our beautiful nighttime view from our apartment. But the view I'm more interested in right now is of our dinner table. Today was so much fun, and it's just really hard to beat the thrill and the adrenaline rush that you get from riding on a motorcycle through the crazy streets of Saigon. We're gonna drop the link for this tour and for our previous food tour with the same company down in the description because we really had a great time on both, and they're both really affordable experiences. But thank you so much for joining us on a fun and exciting day here in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam.
Yes, and if you guys want to continue following us along our journey, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to, also follow us on our social media, Instagram and TikTok at Moses and Yami. And today's greeting, el saludo de hoy es para nuestra tía Lulu, tío Ed y nuestros primos que nos están viendo desde Nueva York.
Saludos desde Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. We'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.